Good morning, guys. How are you today? Today I'm going to be doing a vlog, and it's going to be on your credit report. Don't freak out. I know a lot of people are scared about this subject. I'm not a CPA. I'm not a financial advisor. I just get asked a lot of different questions about it and how to maybe better manage my credit. Now, I can tell you, I've gone in from the goods to the negatives and back to the goods. And if I can put out some information to you where you can get a better knowledge or grasp on your credit, run with it, because it's only going to help you. Okay, like I said, I'm an average Joe. But this is coming up more and more. It's 2020. Let's all get a better grasp and knowledge, or a little bit of knowledge, on our credit report. Let's not be afraid of it. Some of us have good credit. Some of us do not have good credit. Some of us are always used to using cash because they are afraid of credit. Both cash and credit are good and bad. Obviously, one gets depleted a lot faster, and the other one, you're borrowing the money. But don't forget, that money comes with interest. And if you didn't have the money to pay for the item that you want in the first place, you probably should not have used the credit. Only the bankers and the banks get rich off of that card. At 25, 26, 27, stupid percentage, you're basically paying the finance charges on the card just like a mortgage before you even paying a principal. So you're better off using cash. Now, aside from that topic, let's get back to your credit report. I'm going to tell you how you can get started with looking up your credit report and understanding the things that are on it and how you can take care of that in better management. That's all it is. I want everybody to prosper in 2020. Okay, so there's two ways you can do this. You can go to creditkarma.com. It's free. Put in your information, give them your password, your email, and you'll be all set to log in, and you'll see your Equifax and TransUnion reports. If you go to freecreditreport.com, then you can see your Experian and your FICO score. Now, these are free. Go ahead, log on, check it, get familiar with it. Now, I use Credit Karma. That's what I use. The Experian and the FICO score, I could check it anytime. I'm focused more on my numbers going up, always going up. Everybody should be. Your numbers going up. But also, don't stress about it either, okay? Don't stress. It's not worth it. So let's start off with Credit Karma. Create your account, log into it. Once you're into it, okay, your TransUnion and your Equifax scores are going to come up on the first page, okay? It's going to tell you what the numbers are, all right? It's not going to list anything on the report. It's not going to list any comments that, lenders might have put on there or anything else like that. That's the first thing you're going to see come up when you're logged in. All right, now go ahead and click on either one. Click on either one, okay? Now, you're going to come to the factors page, okay? It's going to give you payment history, your credit card usage, derogatory remarks, if any are left, your credit age, how many total accounts you have, and if you have any hard inquiries, okay? That's the first thing that's going to come up, all right, after you click on to either one that you want to view first, okay? Now, if you want to see a report, go back to near the beginning of that page, and you're going to see the factors column and then the report. Go ahead, and I want you to click on the report. Now it's going to bring up your personal information. It's going to say who you are, your employment information, and addresses that have been reported to the credit bureaus. Okay? Now, you can go ahead with the credit bureaus and update that if you want to. If it's got that you started with ABC company back in, 17, but you're no longer with them. Here it is, 2020, and you're with X, Y, and Z company. Okay, you probably want the most accurate information on there, right? So you can go ahead, you can forward them a thing and say, hey, listen, I'm not there. This is where I'm at. But that's up to you. That's totally up to you. It's going to give a list of addresses that you have lived at. Okay? If any of that information is wrong, obviously you can fire off an email to them, or you can write to the credit bureaus and you can say, hey, listen, I was never at this address. Please remove this. The rest of the addresses are fine. X, Y, Z. Take it from there. But it's a minor thing. Again, name, employer, addresses. That's the minor stuff. Okay? Now we're going to get into the accounts. Okay? So if you've got any home loans, auto loans, okay? That's the first thing that it's going to be on your report. Now you're going to see like a little plus sign after it gives the description of the account. It's going to be a little plus sign. Click on that and you can read the brief description that they have about that account. Okay? Now, if you find that any of that information is to be incorrect, along with any other information that we're going to cover today, you can go ahead and dispute that. Okay? You can do a direct dispute with all three of these credit bureaus via the email. You can go to freecreditreport.com and do the Experian one, or you can go on Credit Karma and fire it off to Equifax and TransUnion, or you can send certified letters to all three credit bureaus, okay, disputing these errors. But if you're going to write the letters, make sure you put in detail why you're disputing it. Not just, it's not mine and it should be removed. That's not going to cut it. I can tell you right now, not going to cut it. Okay? Detailed letters. So that's going to be the first thing that comes up in your reports. Okay? Then the next thing might be hard inquiries. Did you apply for a vehicle? Did you apply for a home loan? Okay? Not just the mortgage, but did you apply for a home equity loan? Did you apply for, that K credit card? That furniture store credit card because you're buying $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 worth of stuff in one day. Okay? That might fall underneath the hard inquiries. Okay? Just to let you know. It's not that they checked your credit and you're good to go. No, you better check your credit report and see if you're good to go. Okay? Because some vehicle companies, okay, you go to the Chevy dealership, you're like, I want that truck. Okay, great. I don't want to pay 40 grand though. I want to go ahead and finance it. Well, guess what? They're going to shop around for the best rate. So you might have, 10, 12 hard inquiries on your credit report. You think you have one because you filled out one credit app, or you didn't know it was a hard inquiry. Guess what, folks? It is. Okay? So you have to be very careful and keep on top of your credit report. It matters. It matters to me to see you prosper. It's 2020. I want you to be in the game and ahead of the game. Okay? So many people are afraid of this subject. Let's not be. Let's kick this in the behind. Grab a hold of it and prosper from the knowledge. Okay? So that's hard inquiries. If you see anything on there that you don't believe that, you signed your life away for, dispute that. More than anything, you're going to have to write, okay, the credit card companies to get it removed. You're not going to be able to do it online. And I would say go to the company that you see on that hard inquiry and send a certified letter to them. Okay? Most likely they're going to need your name, address, date of birth, something like that to verify that it is you. Of course, sending certified letter to them and going, what is the deal? This is not mine. And these are the reasons why. Okay? Do that. Send a certified letter so they can send it back to you. And of course, you want it deleted. You want it removed. But that's the only way the company is going to do it. They're going to look into that and give them the 30, 60, 90 days. Most likely, it's going to be 30. Okay? Any kind of disputes you do through Credit Karma itself will be at least 30 days. Okay? That's just the way it rolls. And that's for the credit bureaus. That's not a Credit Karma thing. That's not a free credit report thing. That is strictly the credit bureaus. It takes at least 30 days for them to look at your request, the facts, shoot it to the people that have put it on your credit report, and get a response or don't get a response back and remove it or don't remove it. And if they don't remove it, they should be telling you exactly why they did not remove it, okay? You should be getting an inquiry why. All right, now after your hard inquiries, you're going to have your collections. All right, that's your negatives, obviously. It's gonna say on there. So you've got XYZ again, collections. Click on that plus button. Okay, it's gonna give you the history of how long that collections has been on your account. It's gonna tell you when it posted there. It's gonna tell you how long it has been there. Okay. Now you've got some options on that. You can go ahead and you can pay that collections, get a hold of that company and pay it. You can ignore it, or you can ask that company to delete it once you have paid it. And of course, that's going to require some kind of forms. You guys both are going to have to sign off on something and make sure you get a good deal on it, okay? Sometimes they'll cut you a break. If it's listed for $1,000, they might settle for $500. I'm not being unrealistic. They really might settle for that $500, $600, $700. They don't want $1,000. They bought that for pennies, okay? Pennies. It looked good on the auction market of accounts, and they bought it. But you can get rid of it. Now, here's a twofold. Pay for deletion is always a good option, okay? You both sign off on it. Now, don't just give them access over the phone to your credit card information or your bank information. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay? Because they get a hold of that. They go into your account. You think the deal is for $45, $100, $300, and $350, $400 is missing out of your account to that corporation. Guess what? You got screwed. You got screwed. Okay? You do that without anything in writing, God help you. And I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a CPA. I'm an average Joe. Okay? But don't go that route. You don't do anything over the phone. You don't give that social security number. You don't give a date of birth. Okay? You don't give account information over the phone. Just don't do it. There are scam artists out there. There's hacks out there. Okay? Don't do it. Even if it's a legitimate company, you don't do it. You say, no, but that check is in the mail today. It will be postmarked today, or I'll send a certified letter today. We all have a record of it. Okay? That's if you just want to outright pay it and they're not going to bargain with you and you want to get it gone, whatever. Like I said, though, pay for deletion is the best, but have the letters, okay? Or have the letter signed off by both parties here and get it done. Now, remember I told you it's going to tell you how long that collection has been on your account. Things stay on your credit report, and this is what I get asked a lot. How long do the negatives and the goods stay on there? 7 to 10 years, folks. 7 to 10 years, depending on the type of account. Okay? XYZ collection, 7 years. 7 years. So look at that account. If that account says it's been on there for 5.5 years, the only way to do it is to pay for deletion. That's it. Pay for deletion. That's the only thing to do. You could disregard that account and say, you know what, I'm not going to pay it. I don't care. It's been there 5.5 years. It will drop off your credit report in that 7-year mark. Your score will then go up. It will go up. If you go ahead and just pay it, okay, without the deletion part, guess what? It shows it as a paid collections on your account, and the timetable starts all over again. So you're almost at the end, and guess what? Now you got day 1 of 7 years without the pay for deletion. Or if you decide to ignore it and let it go, no one's calling you on it. Day 1 starts all over again for just paying it. Okay? The next thing on your credit report is public records. Do you maybe have any court judgments against you, anything like that that would hurt your credit report, stuff like that? Unless you filed a bankruptcy, chances are you don't have anything there. Okay? All right. Bankruptcies. That's another thing. They will report on here. You won't be able to get a mortgage. It's just not going to happen. They're going to wait for that bankruptcy to drop off before they lend to you again. So you'll be stuck renting unless you're going to pay cash. Okay? That's the financial world. That just period, point blank. Bankruptcy is not good. Avoid it if you can. I know a lot of people are struggling. It's amazing. In 2020, we still don't get the help we need. And people are hurting out there. But if you can avoid the bankruptcy, avoid that. Avoid that. So we've covered the things that will be posted on your credit report from either side. The Experian, TransUnion, Equifax. Now let's get into the scores. Okay, so your scores. Your scores can range anywhere from 300 to 850. Now, pretty much from the time you're 18 years old to, you're now in your 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, beyond. You need to have perfect credit all your life. I'm not going to bullshit you, okay, to have an 850 score, okay? Most people don't. All right, maybe some people have the 800s. Not going to lie. There's people out there that got it. Excellent. I commend you for that. Most people, they don't have the 850s, okay? So you're going to be anywhere between the 6, 7, maybe the beginning 800s, okay? If you've got that decent credit score pattern. But yes, it ranges from 300 to 850. Last time I looked, I believe, was a week or so ago. Okay. The average credit score, the national average, 706. Okay. National average. All right. So, if you've got, obviously beyond that, kudos to you. That's awesome. If you don't, you're going to get that bumped up by taking these steps, by just managing you. That's all it is. It's managing you. Don't be afraid of this. That's all it is. Managing you. Now, that's most of the information on Credit Karma. Now, if you go to freecreditreport.com, you're going to get your Experian and the FICO score. Remember I mentioned the FICO score earlier? That FICO score, okay, is basically going to tell lenders or the lender that you go to for a big purchase what you can afford and what you can't. Okay? They want a high score. Okay? There's no beating it around the bush. They want to see it. You're not going to get a mortgage without a big score. Okay? Some just look at the credit scores. Don't look at the FICO. They look at the credit scores because they want to see everything you've paid out. They want to see your credit history. 650, 660, 670. Again, I have to go back and do a little more research on that, but I believe that is the lowest score you can have to get certain types of mortgages. So definitely get in the 700s and beyond, okay? Getting that starting 700, 701 and beyond. That'll help you. Obviously, if we're in the 3, 4, 5, 6s, we still have some work. I wouldn't risk it. It just means that you may default. You may lose that house. It's just truth. It's fact of life. Okay? Don't want to revert back to the evil. Come to the light. Go towards the good. And we all have different circumstance, I get that. But that's what the FICO score is about. It's your worth in lending. What they want to give you. Now, I know I've only touched the basics, folks. I want to be a quick vlog on this. Just really quick. I don't want to bore you to death on it. But there's some people out there that are afraid to do this. They're afraid to look. They might feel embarrassed. Okay? Don't. We're all human beings. Okay? We've all been through hardships in life. Whether it be a divorce, foreclosure, loss of a job, loss of a family member. We've taken out a lot of stress. We can't function. And guess what? We're not thinking about that credit card. We're not thinking about that mortgage payment. Okay? All right? You guys are human beings. I'm a human being. It's only that upper echelon of the non-thinkers and the financial institutions that really, they don't care. Okay? They just want their money. I want you to have money. I want you to be able to manage your money better. And just have the knowledge. I don't gain anything by this. Except for if you guys hit me a thumbs up and you tell me, hey, listen, I looked at that stuff and wow, man, thank you. I'm going forward and doing my thing to get better. It's what I want to hear, guys. I don't get anything out of this except a smile on my face, knowing that I know I was never taught any of this, okay, growing up, okay? I didn't know what a credit report was. I didn't know what credit was, okay? I knew later on in life how it would hurt you, okay? I know how later on in life it was good for you, all right? But I never knew any of this growing up, okay? That was never discussed in my household. And in most households, it probably isn't, okay? Do yourself a favor. Don't be afraid of it. Grasp it. Get a hold of it. Do the research in the areas that I gave to you. And if I missed anything, please shoot me a message. Let me know. I'm sure I did. I'm just covering the basics. That's all. Quick vlog on the basics of your credit report. And understand it. And if you guys get that 20, 30, 100 points and a better control and a big smile on your face and you're not afraid of it anymore, that's what honestly makes me happy. I want my subscribers, I want the viewers to be happy. Like I said, I'm not an investor, I'm not a CPA, I'm an average Joe, and I get asked these questions a lot. So why not try to answer them and help a fellow person out? Let's all be kind. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Write any comment that I might have missed on something. I apologize if I did. Subscribe to the channel. And you all have a great day.